welcome back to more Bloons on the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day as usual. We're gonna hop into some more games, and today it's actually a bit different. As you can probably tell, we are versing a subscriber, which is RaiD. I don't want to butcher that name, so it's just in the top right-hand corner. Um, but yeah, this was our first game together. We actually played 3 games. This is our first game out of 3, so I will be including the other 2 games in the episode as well. So yeah, it should be pretty good. Each game was like 5 minutes, so I think it'll make a pretty decently long episode. I did not actually I didn't have live comment. Oh my god. This is not live commentary, this is post commentary. So I feel like I should always say that at the beginning of a video. I don't know why, but I feel like I should. So this game I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was a bit nervous for this game. Because it was our first game and I didn't know how good he was. So I was obviously a little nervous. But we do rush him off the start just to kind of force a grape shot. We're both going farms, as you can tell. He went with plantation when I just went with more farms, which it's the same both ways. He actually lost like a good chunk of lives there from us sending those really early balloons. And he may have missed them, or maybe he didn't care, I'm not really sure. But then we started sending him pinks just to force a little more defense, which it forced some glue, so that's a success. He sent the same thing our way and took about 50 or so lives, because I just wanted to take him, just wanted to tank the lives. He throws down another farm, and we were just going to save it for our plantation. We just wanted to make sure we had a good defense and everything settled. We do end up getting 3 farms, so we are equal in farms. So far we're doing pretty well. He is actually beating me in lives, and that's pretty much the only thing. So it is a pretty close game. And I did choose this map, by the way. I actually chose. Yeah, we were also talking on Discord. I actually chose, what was I gonna say? I would do the overlay with the Discord thing, by the way, as well, but it's a little glitchy. Sometimes it just doesn't go away, and then I will lose, and I didn't want to really ruin this content just because of that. So he gets up a spike-a-pult, which I mean I thought was a pretty good idea. That's a pretty good spot for a spike-a-pult, and it actually saved him from that rush, because without that he probably would have lost against that rush, or he would have had to put up way more defense for it. But he defended it quite nicely with the spike-a-pult, so well done. We are not destroying, but we were beating him in farms, and we still are by a slight amount. We do get up another grape shot because it is going around, getting closer to round 13, so we want to make sure we have a decent defense set up. We are equal in farms. Now later in this match he actually forgets about farms, which is kind of funny. He actually says at the end that he forgot about farms, which I'm not making fun of him for forgetting about farms. I'm laughing because him and me both kind of laughed at it at the end, because he did forget about farms, and that was kind of the downfall. So again, I'm not making fun of him for forgetting about farms. But we are equal in farms right now. I do get up I get up Crow's Nest for both of my Buccaneers. He gets up his Juggernaut. Sometimes I just forget what it is. And the rush I'm thinking about going with is regen leads. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was Moab, because he can defend regen leads quite nicely, probably with that Juggernaut. So we are thinking about getting a Moab send through, followed up with some fast cooldown leads. Because Juggernaut's not good for taking out Moabs, neither is a Destroyer. So, and since he only had those 2 towers at the beginning, it would go all the way around and then come back, so he'd barely have a chance to pop it when it came back. So we wait till round 18 to send him a Moab, and that's that. So our defense is a little poor, I'm not gonna lie, but we did just get up a factory. But we are equal in farms, and we have a pretty good defense as well as him. But we are going to send him a Moab, as I said before, because he can't defend it, so we just send it with some fast cooldown leads. And yeah, that was kind of all she wrote. I haven't said that in a while. But yeah, we send some Moabs with some leads, and as you can see, we did just send him a Moab, and he can't really defend it because his defenses aren't really good for Moab. He sells his farms, get up another Buccaneer. I think he tries to go for a oh, he goes for a Phoenix. I thought he tried to go for like a hook or something like that on his Buccaneer, but he doesn't not end up defending it, and he goes down. So I will see you guys back for the next game. Welcome back to the second game. I'm not sure if this was the second game or if, because there was a game after this. I'm not really sure if that game was before this or not, but I think this is the right game. So, yeah, just welcome to the game, and we both start off with farms as usual. I did pick this map as well, which I end up letting him pick the next map, just so it's not like unfair or anything like that. But I do send him a bit of Bloons just to kind of force up some defense. He does pop up a tack shooter. This map's actually that position that he has for tack shooter is actually a pretty good position for a tack shooter, but he still ends up leaking a lot of lives here, which I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but it was probably intentional, because he probably would have got upgrades or something like that if he could, or I'm not sure if he could afford upgrades for the attack at the time. I don't think he actually could, but he didn't decide to use glue, which is actually a smart move because you want to save glue for later rounds, like round 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that. Or actually mainly 11, 12, 13. But he ends up taking a lot of lives here, which I don't know if I don't know. It would probably be better to do it that way, because as I said before, just to save your glue for later rounds, because it will be much more important later rounds. And a lot of players do just use all their glue right off the bat when they don't need to. So I use my glue against Space Pinks, which is actually a good use for them because it's very good against space balloons. We still end up losing a lot of lives to him, so fair play to him for that rush. That was a pretty good rush. And we are actually at the same lives now. I do toss him a well done because that was a pretty good rush on his part. I did force up a farm when I shouldn't have, and he took advantage of it. So his tack shooter is probably going to defend until round probably 7, because round 8 you can send grouped yellows and group. There's no way that tack shooter would be able to stop grouped yellows by itself, which is actually exactly the rush I sent him. I'm fairly sure. I can't really remember because this game was a few days ago. I'm uploading it today because I had like other videos kind of already in line to upload. So we do kind of save a bit of money for a yellow rush, and then we do rush him with some yellows to kind of force up a lightning, and a boost is what we were looking for. I'm not really sure. He does end up losing a few lives to this. I thought he would die for a second, but he ends up getting down to really low lives. And I think he thought he was dying too because he threw a tack shooter down there. But he then sold it because he didn't need it anymore. And he actually let me greed quite a bit with farms, even though he is beating me in farms. But I only have, yeah, he probably should rush me like regen whites or something like that, but because I only have one lightning wizard and the other one's just a 1/1 wizard, so I greed pretty hard with it. But I do end up wanting to get it to lightning before round 13 because we don't even have 2 lightning wizards and it's round 11. I do just get one now though, but if he did all out me around 13, I mean I could probably defend it if I just throw up another lightning wizard, but um, but I wanted 3 lightning wizards, but I only got 2. If he all out me, I could probably get one, but he sold all his farms, which I then sold all my farms, and I got up a Tempest Tornado. And I boosted. I thought he was actually going to beat us here, but if he kept rushing us, he probably would have beat us. But we do end up defending, and I just sell the Tempest and then all out him as well with regen rainbows. He throws down his glue, which I thought would defend it, but actually he didn't throw down glue. Oh yeah, he did. He threw down glue, which I thought would defend it, but it didn't stand a chance. So I will see you guys back for the last game. Welcome back to the third and final game of the episode and of me and him actually playing together. As we've always done, he actually picked this map though, because I didn't think it was fair picking the maps, because like picking all 3 maps because I mean I could just pick like all the maps I'm good at. So I decided to let him pick a map, just so it wasn't an unfair advantage. We both start off with farms. I think his was slightly better than actually on the left side of the map. No, never mind. I was about to make an excuse, but I didn't. Okay. But that's position for tack shooter. He does know his tack shooter positions. That's probably why he chose this map. And something I also learned was that he apparently likes tacks. I don't think he used them all 3 games. I can't really remember. I'm I'm doing a voiceover for this video right now, and I still can't even remember. But he does know his tack shooter positions. That probably is one of the best. If he probably could have put it a little. He probably could have put his tack shooter slightly up from that position to get more popping power. But other than that, it's a pretty good placement. So we are both even in farms. We were actually very. He's actually very. We're like very even players. And yes, I have beat him out of 2 of the 3 so far, but we're still like very even players. Like the losses that he has taken to me weren't like me just blowing him out of the water or anything. They were very close matches. But yeah, I have one more farm than he has currently. We are also playing in assault battles because I tried to play in battle arenas, and I think it's when he tried to join, it said that he needed like a pass or something because the pass that like I bought, he apparently needed it and he didn't have it, so we decided to jump over to assault. Which I mean I don't mind at all. I love playing assault too. I haven't played it in a while, so it was a good refreshment. We throw down 2 wizards, 2 1/1 wizards, which is actually pretty powerful, which I should do more often because it's cheaper than getting a lightning wizard up. Which I don't know if it's good at defending pinks. I don't believe it is, but I don't know. It's pretty good for defending groups though because of that explosiveness and the intense magic. They're both really good. I do throw down my glue because I didn't think we could handle that rush, so I just wanted to kind of stall the rush a little bit. I tossed him well done because that was a good rush by him. Taking advantage of me without like my without money because I just put up a farm and he rushed me, so that was a good rush. We decided to rush him with yellows because that tack shooter alone cannot take out the yellows. So he does boost it, he does throw down a glue, but I don't think it's still going to be enough. We do force another tack shooter, so I do stop rushing because we forced up defense. That tack shooter probably cost a good $500 with the upgrade. So we did force like $500, a boost, and a glue, so that was a pretty successful upgrade. He then sold his blade shooter again, which I should have paid attention to. But he did throw up I believe a lightning wizard. Yeah, lightning wizard. So a lightning wizard is probably better than a tack shooter in when it comes to group balloons. I don't really know for sure, but I don't know. Probably because it is more expensive. So I mean, it's kind of what I assume. We get up our second lightning wizards. We are sitting with 2 lightning wizards, and he's actually beaten me in farms. But okay, we can see. Yeah, I think okay, both of our wizards good. I just didn't know if they could see camos or not. But we are even in farm. He's actually, excuse me. He's actually taken the lead in farms by quite a big margin. I don't know why I just tried to place a sub on land. That was kind of weird. I think I was just pressing the wrong buttons. But he's actually still beating me in farms, which I didn't realize when I was actually playing at the time. But he's still in the lead in farms by quite a bit. But the rush I'm thinking about rushing him with currently is a regen lead rush because he has 1 lightning and a tack shooter. So by the time they regen, the tack shooter won't be able to like won't be able to actually hit him. So or the tack shooter won't be able to pop leads. So I do sell a farm just so to make sure I have enough money, and I do all out him with regen leads. He puts down glue, but it's still not enough because regen lead rushers are insane. So that will end the 3 games. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.